and welcome back to Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Let's talk to this guy here. Do you know Baku? Then I can help you cross. Very good. Now we have talked to this guy, and we have talked to Baku. He will open the bridge for us. So what we're going to do today is we are going to head down into Death Mountain, which is the location where we're going to get the hammer, or the magic hammer, that will allow us to clear up the roadblocks that have been in our way back up north in the area of the main castle. Death Mountain is, it's pretty difficult and convoluted. It's one of the harder parts of this game, particularly since we are fairly under-leveled, coming in with just our attack having been built up. I'll tell you that if you're going to kind of do things this way, where, put the focus pretty exclusively into the attack level and not build anything else up too significantly, you should probably do one of two things. One is at least to come into Death Mountain with 1,000 or 1,200 experience already, just so you can get to that next level reasonably quickly. But the other is to at least, just do one level in Life and Magic, which I probably should have done. Now, I'm not actually going to take this path over here. I'm going to take a different path that I think is easier, but I just want to show you how large Death Mountain is and how many different rooms and everything there are. So I'm going to go back through here. Those enemies that we just fought, that look a lot like cats, are called Megmats, and they're actually supposed to be rodent creatures, basically kind of jumping rats. They'll always jump in Link's direction, and then once they get close to him, they will jump higher. So they're generally pretty easy to deal with, but that does cause some issues at times. That was a Moblin, just like in the first game. Nothing really changed about them. And of course, we've come across bots before. Very good. Alright, let's continue on over here. Like I said, I think this is the better path. Octorocks, well known to the Zelda franchise. Alright, let's take care of this. So this is a blue Goliath. So they do quite a bit of damage. With this life level 1, they'll take off, I think, 1.5 boxes of health. You can try to jump over these Octorocks. It generally doesn't go very well. So what I usually recommend is just dropping down in there, at least to kill that one on the second level. You can jump over the one on the first level, that'll go fine. Kitty's really going at it. These bats are called aches, just like, aches and pains, which makes sense because they are quite a pain. Alright, let's get that guy out of here and take care of you. Good, that's fine. Alright, now this guy coming up is a reasonably difficult enemy until you get the timing of the attack pattern right. They are called Dyros, and they have a longer reach than Link does, but they also have a fairly slow wind-up. Nice. So they're not that difficult to deal with if you kind of follow this system of just getting right in and attacking right away, and not attacking during their swing. Sure, let's kill this guy. Very good. Now, we don't really need to come up here. I like to kill that second Dyra to get a little extra experience points, and I'll show you something just quickly, again, just to show off how kind of convoluted Death Mountain can be. So, if we were to come out of this door right here, we'd be right where these 4 forest tiles are. But simply by going up this one elevator, and coming out this door just a couple of steps over, we are all the way over here, pretty far away from where the forest tiles are, and in a way that doesn't, to me at least, make intuitive sense as to how we would have gotten here. Never want to try to jump down and fight the Dyros, at least not with the abilities we have now. They're always going to hit you. So if we come up here, then we'll get into this room where just a few Octorocks to deal with, which are pretty much just free experience. Our magic is all full, so that's good. So we'll take care of quickly. Make sure that we don't lose our sword beam. It's held it this long, don't want to lose it. Alright, we'll do that later. And yeah, now we're just south of where we were here. So now we can come this way. Hate this room. Hate all rooms like this where they have these kind of guys jumping out of the ground. These skeletal fish are called bagu bagu. They officially are undead, resurrected fish brought back by unholy magic. I don't want to deal with this. This is what I think I'm going to do here. So there's a red potion. Yeah, let's do this. There's a red potion in this room that we want to get. There's also a very difficult enemy that, hopefully I will not get hit by. Hopefully I will not get hit by, but I might change my plan. Let's try this. Alright. So yeah, there's a difficult enemy in here. It is a red version of those Dairas. And if you do things right, you can deal with them fairly well. But if you mess up, you pay for it dearly. So luckily that one went well. Those Dairas are kind of crossbreeds, apparently, of alligators and Hylians, just like the humanoids. Yeah, I don't have enough for the jump spell, so I may well come back here to get this red potion. But we can let it go for right now. It's not all that often that I managed to get by the Daira there without taking a hit, so that was nice. Alright, now this room is a little annoying just because we have a lot of kind of flying enemies and little guys that bother you when you're trying to deal with these larger and more difficult enemies. So it's good to kind of draw them out like that. So I kind of brought that Goriah out to me before trying to go in and deal with where the ache is. And you have the same kind of thing here, so I'm going to let this orange Daira come at me, and then take care of him, and now I'll move forward to where the aches are, and remove them from the equation. I actually think I should have enough for jump now, so I'll go back and just grab that red potion vial before I go any farther. Probably don't need to, but just kind of seems like one of those things that if I don't do it, for some reason I'll end up regretting it. Oh, I lied, I don't have enough. I need it's slightly more than 2.5. That's an annoyance, but it's fine. Probably will be just fine. So let's keep going here. There is another potion vial coming up soon. There we go. Although actually if I kill 1 or 2 more of these guys, let's see. Let's see how we feel. Easy enough to go back if we need to. But we're getting very close to the end of Death Mountain. We'll take care of that guy, and then we have Daira here. So again, you just want to get right in and attack them. And I don't know if it's truly necessary, but I like kind of dipping down and attacking low. Maybe it just helps me with my internal timing. But oh, there we go. Let's grab that, refill my life. But yeah, doing that kind of dip has always helped me take care of them. That guy's off screen, so we'll just get out of here. And we can continue on. So there's 2 more Dairas in here of the orange variety. And yeah, sure, why not? I'm a little loose with my magic in this room, and you'll see why in a second. I don't like that bot's right there. I want him to either come up or back up. Because otherwise, I just know that he's going to pester me. Yeah. Alright, good. So, take this attack, and then dip in, take care of him. And we're going to have a red potion vial here, which we'll just collect that. Wonderful. Okay. So, I'm going to use the shield spell in here, and luckily I was able to time it that I could save some of that red potion vial. And the reason I use shield is because there is another red Daira here. So I want to jump over this. I use the double. and kind of land right in front of his nose so that we can deliver that hit. No, it's not going well. There we go. And of course I don't quite have enough for life. Hopefully one of these guys drops a blue vial. Okay. These red aches are called Aikmons or Aikmans. Yes. Alright. And of course, as we've seen, they transform into a fire-spitting demon when they land. Okay. So, I like to have full health here to deal with these guys, because I hate their little erratic jumping, but we took care of it fairly well. Nope, that didn't work. Alright. So yes, this is where it gets a little annoying that we're just kind of barely under the threshold for the next level. Because below us are Dairas in either direction. You don't have to kill both of them, you don't have to deal with both of them, but I really would like to have just a little more wiggle room before trying to deal with them. But let's see what we can do. If we come through clean, then we'll be okay. If not, we're going to have our first death, unfortunately. So, oh, that was just me hitting the wrong button. Alrighty. Disappointing, but we will deal with it. I have to draw him out a little bit because he can actually kind of accidentally fall off screen. Yeah, unfortunately they sometimes kind of do that double axe throw where they throw one and then the second one, and there's just not much you can do about it. We're going to get a new ability in a little bit in the next video that will allow us to deal with these guys better, but we don't have it yet, so there we go. Oops, we did that backwards. Well, time doesn't matter. We don't really need to go in here. In fact, we really don't need to go in here because there's just a red potion here. But I'll just show you just in case for whatever reason. Wow, I guess I do need to go in here since I don't know how to walk. Alright, so let's grab that. And we will continue on. Yes, very unfortunate we got that death there, but that is the danger of coming in with such low levels. Nothing exceptionally special about this room, just a lot of lava pits, and this guy here, so actually I haven't talked about these spike guys yet. They're called, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm going to say a Mew, but it's M-Y-U, and they're literally just like slime balls with spikes. So let's get this attack level because I feel like it. And then we can, oh, that's right, we're just shy, so let me use shield then. And we gotta kill this one guy. Oops. And that'll give us our life ability, or our next life level up. And leave us just shy of magic, but that's fine. We're in no rush anymore now that we're on our way out of Death Mountain. So that was the hammer that we just collected. It was the point of this whole long trip. And now we just need to get out of here successfully. So once we do that, our trip through Death Mountain will have been a complete success. Obviously, all of the large enemies are already dead, and only a few enemies that come back will be here. Like, I think the Aikmons might be the only things that remain. And actually, it'll be kind of nice to kill it, because then we will get to do our next magic level. Very nice. You can see not a lot has changed in terms of the cost of spells. Life is still the same. Jump and shield are slightly less. But it's enough that would have been quite useful if I had bothered to think it through before getting to Death Mountain, but the past is the past, I guess. Alright, so our last thing to do in Death Mountain is to take out this roadblock here and reveal a magic container. as our second magic container. And then finally we'll just leave Death Mountain, but we're going to take a little shortcut out of here. You know, something I could have done actually if I wanted to level up before dealing with those Dairas in there is you can come down here, and not that Gorias are extremely easy enemies, but if you hit the large kind of Moblin type shadows there, you can fight some Gorias on the overworld map, and that may well be enough to kind of make up the difference. Watch out for these Octoroks as you're jumping across. You want to get hit mid-air and end up getting knocked into the lava. I think that's the last one. Good. Right. We are now going to work on a little bit of our magic and life levels, but that will really happen in our next video since we're just about done here. Although we will get enough for our next life level. Okay, a couple of moblins. This blue one will throw that spear, but only when it's attacking up high. So you don't have to worry about it being thrown when the moblin's attacking low, which is nice. And then in here we have bubbles, but we also have a red Daira, which of course has already hit me. Very good. Now that we're up to level 5, it only takes 3 hits for each kill of the red Daira, and I think the orange only take 2. Not that we really have to deal with them anymore now that we're up to this level. I don't know if we ever see them again, actually. And we're going to collect one more thing. If we go down here, these guys right now, right to this point, we get another extra life. So we'll grab that. And we're just going to head up to this last town and end things there, but let's get there first. Alright. Should have just gone the other way. Not that it matters. Honestly, I should just run through these guys. It doesn't matter if I take any damage, I'm just going to town. Alright, very good. So, this is where that roadblock was before. We'll be heading that way next time, but first, let's just go in here, and we will end things in town here. Where are we? I don't know. I guess we'll find out next time. But, till then, see ya.